Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin. Oh, was that beautiful?
Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike 3.
Double alley. Touchdown Raiders.
They are here.
Absolutely.
So the 200 medley relay, each swimmer, 4 swimmers. In a medley relay, they each do a different stroke. They start with backstroke. So the swimmers have entered the water and are getting themselves set for a backstroke start. In a 200, each swimmer swims a 50 yards, which is down and back, 2 lengths of the pool. In lane 1 for the Lady Tigers, we have Morgan Richter, Sabrina Campbell, Marin Bloom, and Bryn Asselson. In lane 2 for the Hastings Raiders, we have Claire Meyer, Mari Hall, Chloe Robinson, and Greta Larson. In lane 3 for the Lady Tigers, we have Grace Vogt, Maddie Carlson, Nella Bruja, and Parker Risch. And in lane 5 for the Lady Tigers, Michaela Gabrielson, Stacy Grinyeyev, Josie Rybelin, and Tegan Tashida.
So it looks like the Tigers are currently in the lead in all 3 lanes right now, but ahead of the Raiders.
And they have switched to breaststroke. And the next swimmer will swim butterfly. It's getting ready. We have 1 swimmer in. And swimmer number 3 for Hastings just entered the water. Butterfly down and back. And the last swimmer number 4 swims freestyle.
Yeah, it looks like the swimmer in lane number 3 right now, Nelle Brua, I believe that's correct. If not, apologies. Getting out of the pool now. It looks like that will bring swimmer number 4 in lane 3. Parker Reish, an 8th grader for the Farmington Lady Tigers, in the lead right now, and entering the pool finally for the Raiders is Greta Larson in the final.
And they are cruising into the wall. We'll see who touches first. It will be the Lady Tigers in lanes 3, 5, and Greta Larson for Hastings is trying to get in 3rd.
And it looks like she just barely misses out. Still a great effort there by Larson at the end to get the Raiders in a tight score, or time, I should say.
We move on to the varsity 200 medley relay. We have a full pool, all 6 lanes. Again, the Lady Tigers are in 1, 3, and 5, and the Hastings Raiders are in 2, 4, and 6. Timers getting the pool cleared.
Getting a close-up now
Getting
on
ready.
Kendall Jenkins, one of the senior captains of this swim meet, and also a softball player, a very good contact hitter. Had a high batting average in spring this past season.
She's also a great backstroker. She has incredibly long arms and legs and moves through the water really well. And it looks like her sister Lauren is in lane 2 to start off.
Do you think she can use the backstroke in this event here?
They start backstroke.
Okay,
So
yes.
both of them
Okay.
will be swimming backstroke.
Yep, still just trying to get myself familiar with
I
some of
know.
those, so.
The relays are backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. As we get started, we'll go through the names of our swimmers. In lane 1 for the Lady Tigers, we have Hannah Fernandez, Taylor Gergen, Grace Cullen, and Abigail Olson. In lane 2 for the Raiders, Lauren Jenkins, Sophia Kovalenko, Clara Birkin, and Lydia Lurbs. In lane 3 for the Lady Tigers, Camille Gerke, Maddie Grime, Hannah Ryan, and Somer Kraus. In lane 4 for the Hastings Raiders, Kendall Jenkins, Ava McNamara, Josie Larson, and Ireland Zaruba. In lane 5, we have Mackenzie Roach, Molly Johnson, Sadie Kraus, and Katie Lentz. And in lane 6 for the Hastings Raiders, Olivia Smiley, Chloe Arness, Sunshine Lewis, and Emma Carter. And right here we have a great race in the middle of the pool, Ava McNamara and...
It looks like Maddie Grimm. And they're going to be getting out right now.
Entering swimmers, wow.
Josie Larson and Hannah Ryan now entering both for the Raiders and the Lady Tigers in the middle of the pool. I think it's safe to say that those middle lanes are going to come right down to the final seconds in this race.
The middle lanes will come down, and yes, and it's a really tight race for 3 and 4 as well.
Yeah, right now in lane number 2 for the Raiders, Clara Birkin, and then lane number 5, Sadie Kraus.
Nice job, ladies.
And the
I
final.
think Hastings just entered the water slightly ahead.
Just from our viewpoint right now, they look dead even in the middle lanes.
Ireland Zaruba and Somer Kraus.
It looks like Zaruba's going to hold out the lead just barely right now. Kraus just trying to catch up with her, and then they're just pushing at it. And it looks like a dead tie, possibly.
It's going to be Farmington just out touched. That's a really, really close race.
Both Zaruba and Kraus shaking hands on that one. Good sportsmanship. Yeah, by 0.14 seconds.
Really close as well. In medley relays, the lead can change very often as obviously the swimmer changes and the stroke. That was exciting. We move on to the 200-yard freestyle. Our JV heat will be first, and we have a full
5 of 6.
5 of 6 lanes. Again, if you're just joining us, lane 1 is at the top of your screen. Lane 6 is at the bottom. In this 200-yard freestyle, in lane 1 for the Lady Tigers, we have Stacy Grenier. Oh, I'm going to get that yet. In lane 2 for Hastings is Shannon Olson. In lane 3 for the Lady Tigers is Emma Lichstein. In lane 4 for Hastings is Stella Hilgers. And in lane 6 for Hastings is Fiona Olson.
And the swimmers all enter the pool. Starting out with an early lead, it looks like in lane number 3 is Emma Lichstein for the Lady Tigers.
A 200 is a tough race because honestly it's considered a long sprint, and it's a long sprint. If you think of a 50, that's just down and back once. A 200 is down and back 4 times. But it is more of a sprint than a distance event.
Both the Lady Tiger swimmers getting more of that sprint, at least ahead on this event.
Stella Hilgers for Hastings is moving through the water well. I love when teammates are cheering on each other. There are JV swimmers who this could be their first season as a swimmer.
Yeah.
And this is a long race. And it's great to have friends and teammates cheering on.
Yeah, and especially in these early events, that's where a lot more of the swimmers who have either not entered the pool yet or, you know, just have and just aren't participating can just go at the end of the pool, cheer their teammates on, giving that moral support.
It's hard to hear when your head's in the water, so on a flip turn, it's fun to see a friend. You can hear maybe a little bit more as you flip. You can certainly see that there's people there being supportive. And into the wall is Emma from Farmington. And here comes her teammate, Stacy Gurniev. And finishing first for Hastings is Stella Hilgers. Shannon and Fiona are getting close to finishing up this race.
Yep, Shannon Olsen and Fiona Olsen, both sisters. One of the 4 sister pairs here on the Hastings Raiders girls swim team this year.
You said that last time, and I could only name 3 pairs, but I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the next one.
So it's the Olsen, the Jenkins.
Arness.
Yep. And
we got one more. I'm sure as we're going through names, we'll remember.
Absolutely.
As these JV swimmers climb out of the water, varsity is up next. And this is 6 swimmers in the pool.
Oh, it's the Larson Sisters, correct?
Oh.
That's who I fourth
There
is.
you go. Good researching.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been writing about
Mm-hmm.
some of these girls' swim meets along with Bruce for the Hastings Journal and back and forth. This past week I wrote on them. I will admit I did make a mistake in this last article. I said that they were against Mount Omega last Thursday. They were not. It was Hill Murray. So that is on me. So I expect the corrections to flood in. But I got the conference meet right.
There you go. And this is a non-conference meet tonight, but it is one that has a lot of history. Hastings and Farmington have been swimming against each other a lot. And a lot of these girls who swim club swim leagues, both Hastings and Farmington have great clubs that feed their high school programs, and they've been swimming against each other for years. So we have the 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1 is Caitlin Radke from Farmington. In lane 2, Ireland Zaruba from Hastings. In lane 3, Faith Ring from the Lady Tigers of Farmington. In lane 4 from Hastings, Kira Arness. In lane 5, Maddie Cardoza from Farmington. And in lane 6, Izzy Green from Hastings. Kira Arness flipped first and is coming into the wall first after the first 50.
Yep, early lead here for Arness. Right behind her in lane number 3, Faith Rain for the Lady Tigers. And the other 4 swimmers pretty much in the same area. We're going to get a shot at them here. And it looks like in 3rd right now is Izzy Green in lane number 6 for the Raiders.
Kira continues to swim well. You'll notice that she is only breathing on one side, so she cannot see Faith Ring in lane 3 until she flips over. Kira is a great distance swimmer and a freestyler. This is a short distance for her. She usually, she often swims the 500 and the 800 and the mile. So this 200 is a fast race for her.
And she's just proven it, keeping the Zoom power up.
Josie,
That's what we want to call it.
No, I'm sorry, it's Izzy in lane 6.
Yes, Izzy, yep.
Is hanging on well to a solid 3rd. Ireland Zaruba in 2. Maddie Cardoza swimming well in lane 5. That is a close race for 4th and 5th. Kira's gonna come into the wall.
I think she's gonna walk away with this one pretty safely.
The race is on. Izzy is powering through, kicking hard.
Trying to catch up with Rain there.
Right,
Rain's gonna
nice.
finish just a few seconds ahead, maybe 1 or 2.
It looks like Ireland could kick herself into the wall.
And it looks like Ireland will get that 4th finish.
Nice.
Just about. We'll see the times officially
Maddie
posted.
Cardoza finishes 5th, and Caitlin Radke in lane 1.
So Arns with the final leading time of 2 minutes exactly.
Nice job.
Izzy Green getting 2 minutes and 6 seconds there. And Ireland Zaruba finishing in 4th there with 2 minutes and 12 seconds in that event.
We move on to event number 5, which is the JV 200-yard IM. So like the relay earlier, that was a medley relay. This is the individual medley swim. But they start with butterfly. Butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and free. Everything's pretty tight as we come into the first turn. In a medley relay, or I'm sorry, in a medley event, the turns are really important. There are lots of rules. And you see that in butterfly, they did not do a flip turn. They do a 2-hand touch, and they have to touch with 2 hands or they will be disqualified. So they come into the wall, touch with 2 hands, and now they're gonna flip on their back.
And why would they be disqualified if they don't use both of their hands? Why is that
Just
a rule?
the rules, because it, you can't reach into the wall in 1 hand and turn.
Fair
So
enough.
it's just a way of guaranteeing that turns are fair for everybody, which is a swimming, not just the Minnesota State High School League, but that is a swimming.
A national standard
yes,
for
a
it?
national, international standard.
Okay.
You would have seen that 2-hand touch for both butterfly and breaststroke.
So right now in the lead is Abigail Olsen for the Lady Tigers, an 8th grader in lane number 3, swim for their junior varsity team.
Sunshine Lewis is in lane 4. And coming up behind her is Elise Went. Sabrina Campbell is up in lane 1, and lane 2 is Katja Erickson from Hastings. Here comes Abigail. Sunshine Lewis in lane 4, Elise Went 5, and Emma Carter in lane 6.
So one more time back and forth here. Abigail Olsen leading the way. Sunshine Lewis still remaining in second, close with, Elise Went and Emma Carter. All 3 of them pretty much just the same place.
A close race. In the freestyle, they are going to flip and kick for home. Abigail Olsen clearly winning this event.
And it looks like her teammate Elise Went is going to come in second there, and leading the way for the Raiders is Emma Carter in lane number 6, and in lane number 4, Sunshine Lewis not too far behind her.
And here comes Katja Erickson in lane 2 for the Raiders. And we are going to move on to event 6, the varsity 200 IM. Again, we have 6 swimmers. Each lane is full. butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. IM swimmers obviously have to be strong in each of the 4 strokes. I've said it a number of times, but each of them would tell you there's one that is not their favorite. One of the strokes is not their favorite. And in the world of swimming, IM races are often decided in the breaststroke leg of the race. We'll see what happens tonight. There seems to be just a little bit of a delay.
Looks like checking up on times from the previous event.
Officials talking to one of the coaches. It could have been about something, helping a swimmer learn something, or who knows.
Yeah, Farmington head coach, looks like.
Alrighty. So we'll go over our lanes. In lane 1, we have Grace Cullen from the Lady Tigers. Lane 2, Lauren Jenkins from Hastings. Lane 3, Camille Gerke from Farmington. Lane 4, Ava McNamara from Hastings. In lane 5, Molly Johnson from Farmington. And in lane 6, Clara Birkin from Hastings.
So Clara Birkin in their last meet against Hill Murray was actually one of the swimmers of the meet for the Raiders.
Nice.
So Birkin had a lifetime best in her 500-yard freestyle and dropped 6 seconds off her season best time in the 200, this very event during the last meet. Yep.
Nice. That's a lot of time.
This head
to
coach
chunk
Katie
off.
let us know in the weekly swimming recap. So props to the head coach for giving us that information.
Absolutely.
Always appreciate her reports. So we'll see if any of the Raiders swimmers here can cut some times off their own individual records, if nothing else.
In the middle of the pool, Ava McNamara is known as a fabulous butterflyer, and she is proving that right now. She will hit the wall first after the butterfly, followed by her teammate Lauren, and closely followed by Camille Gerke in between those 2 ladies. Got some smooth backstrokers in this pool right now.
Couldn't agree more.
Those 3 are pretty much stroke for stroke, a lot of the same speed. Coach Jerry Rupp was a great backstroker. In fact, I believe he was an All-American backstroker, if I remember correctly.
I think that is correct. Obviously a long time ago, though.
Just maybe 2 or 3 years.
We're giving him a little
Jerry.
too much there. Still a great coach, great member of this community. Has been coach for both of the other head coaches for the Raiders swim team, both Katie and Brianna.
Right now, Ava McNamara is creeping up on
And there we get
Camille
a shot
in lane 3.
of Brianna and Jerry on the sidelines.
This is going to be a great race. Lauren Jenkins in a solid 3rd, being chased by, let me see, Molly Johnson in lane 5. They're about dead even as they hit the wall for the last turn. Their teammates are definitely cheering them on. This will be a fantastic race. I gotta say it once, we'll see whose butt comes up first as they flip over. And that time was definitely Camille. We'll see how Ava finishes.
Ava McNamara giving it her all.
Lauren's
Camille
trying to hang
Gerke,
on to
and it looks like it's
third.
practically even from our viewpoint,
Oh
but
my
we'll see what the
goodness.
time says.
Lauren's gonna hang on to 3rd. And Molly Johnson in 5. Grace Cullen in lane 1 comes in 5th, and Clara Birkin will be 6th.
Well
Nice
done by
win.
everyone,
That was a fun race to watch.
Absolutely, and the crowd definitely getting into that one for both the teams. Again, we got a packed pool here tonight.
Much different than a year ago when there were no spectators allowed. And
Very limited number, if any.
right. If I'm not careful, I might kick someone ahead of me.
Yeah.
Which is fun to have so many people.
Exactly.
We even have our own student section from the Hastings Raiders.
Small
That's
one,
always
but
hey, will take it.
Showing up.
It's homecoming week in Hastings.
Yes. And obviously we will be broadcasting the big football game on Friday night against South St. Paul High School for the Raiders football team. Last Friday was not so well. And Town Square will also be picking up that game with South St. Paul, as we usually partner with them for those games. But yeah, last Friday not so good for the football team against the, well, not so light St. Thomas Academy.
That was probably a very long game to watch if you were
Yes.
a Hastings Raiders fan.
Yes. But you know, it's another week. They got an even 500 record for the first four games of the season. And hopefully they keep going up from
there.
From there, exactly. So it looks
I'm
like
sure the coaching staff is doing everything they can to put that game behind them and focus on South St. Paul for Friday
Dana
night.
is always talking about, you know, just reviewing after the game immediately and then doing what you can in practice right after. So I'm sure they're doing that tonight. It looked like they were practicing outside here. So the officials seem to be
conferring about something.
something, yes. It looks like something at the table. Not with coaches this time after the last race.
So at a swim meet, we'll talk about timing because there could be timing issues. So at the end of the pool, there's a timing pad that's obviously electric timing and, you know, corresponds to the timing table. So you have that. Every swimmer, as they hit that timing pad, obviously records a time. And then you have parents and volunteers that have stopwatches that are sitting behind in time. And then there's also what they call a plunger that is also connected to the pad in the water at the end of the lane, but the volunteer will hit the plunger as they watch the swimmer touch the pad. So there's 3 ways that they can get a time for a swimmer.
So showing the sidelines right now, one of the Farmington Tigers swimmers, Lady Tigers, dressed up in a tutu tonight. Not sure what the occasion is, but you know, adds a little character to the swim race, and always loving to see that. It's always nice to see someone dressing up in some sort of manner for the teams or whatnot, just to add a little excitement on the sides.
So we're moving on to the fastest event of the night. We're going to have 2 heats of the JV 50-yard freestyle, down and back as fast as they can. In the first heat, there are 3 swimmers from Farmington. Marin Bloom in lane 1, Grace Vogt in lane 3, and Josie Ribelin in lane 5.
Vogt getting the early lead here. I suppose, you know, races like this, when it's just teammates against each other, just makes it more fun and less competitive.
These swimmers might not usually swim the 50 and they get a chance to swim it tonight.
Yep.
Or something they might be working on. Their speed, their 50s. Nicely done. We'll move on to heat 2 for the JV swimmers. In lane 1, we have Michaela Gabrielson from Farmington. In lane 2, Claire Meyer from Hastings. In lane 3, Taylor Gergen from Farmington. In lane 4, Olivia Smiley from Hastings. In lane 5, Tegan Tashida from Farmington. And in lane 6, Chloe Robinson from Hastings.
So I mentioned this earlier that Claire Birkin was one of the swimmers at the last meet, and she shared that honor with Chloe Robinson.
Nice.
So Robinson had a lifetime best in the 100-yard freestyle and the 50-yard freestyle in last week's meet against Hill Murray. So we'll see if she can try to get that here once again. Oh, yeah. So certainly Robinson, this one to watch for the Raiders in this one.
Number 5, please be quiet at the start. Thank you.
The announcer here at the pool is just reminding us all to be quiet at the start so that the swimmers can concentrate and certainly hear the starter.
Yep.
There's not a lot of commentary on a 50 because it goes by so fast.
Pretty much just got to keep an eye on
It
whoever's
is kick
in the lead.
as fast as you can, as hard as you can. It's very efficient, it's very fast.
Taylor Gergen in lane number 3 for Farmington. Just
Off to a
going away
very
with it.
early-
Yep.
I didn't count for sure, but she did not take many breaths.
It did not look like that. I couldn't tell you the exact number, but I
Maybe
wouldn't put
1 or
above.
2 on the way down and 1 or 2 or 3 on the way back.
Yep.
There are 50 swimmers in the, there are 50-yard swimmers in the world that do not take a breath at all. And now we will have the varsity 50 free. I looked today to see some of the state records. The girls Minnesota State High School League state record fastest 50 free is a 22:48, which is really, really fast.
Yeah.
It's very fast.
Event 8, 50-yard freestyle varsity.
So now moving into the varsity event, the last one before we switch over to diving. I'm just giving a shot at the swimming
So
records.
yes, so the swimming record for the pool, the Hastings pool is 24:13.
That's still fairly impressive.
Yeah, and the girls, the Hastings girls record is a 23:32. And the state record is a 22:48. And yes, those are very, very close, but you don't have a lot of time to drop an entire second or 2 in a 50.
Right.
It is a fast heat. So in lane 1 for Farmington, we have Hannah Ryan. In lane 2 for Hastings is Lila Saltzman. In lane 3 for Farmington is Anna Sperados. In lane 4 for Hastings is Kendall Jenkins. In lane 5 for Farmington is Katie Lynch. In lane 6 for Hastings is Lydia Lurbs.
And Kendall Jenkins is just going to try her very best to get this one for the Raiders,
Hit to
and
the
it's very
wall.
tight.
It is very
Net
tight.
between the 3,
gonna be
4, and
fingertips.
5. And it looks like Kendall Jenkins is going to get that second place finish.
26:44, 26:72, and 26:80. That is really tight and really fast, and that whole heat, that whole race was well under 30 seconds. Way to go, ladies.
Absolutely.
We will have diving next, which means they'll do some adjustments to the pool.
Yep.
So that the divers don't land on a lane line, and we will take a break.
Yeah, we will. So with that, first aid vents are done. We'll switch over to diving once we come back from the break. See you then.
Before we get to diving, we're going to take a little bit of time where swimmers get to thank and recognize their parents. Surprise, it's parents' night. Don't you feel it? we're jumping right to 9th grade. We got Kira, RNS, parents Breaststroke. Nancy Green, Brendan Patrick. Stella Hilgers, parents Katie and Ryan. Josie Larson, Amy and Joe. Fiona Olsen, parents Valeska and Chris. That's up 9th graders. Coming up next, our sophomores, Clara Burton, parents, Kelly and Keith. Katya Erickson, parents, Catherine and Joseph. Lauren Jenkins, parents, Kate and Chris. Ashton Stewart, parents, Christy and Jason. And then coming up, next in our junior class, we got Anna Hubbard, parents, Kelly and Jeff. Aiden McNamara, parents, Crystal and Jake. Shannon Olson, parents, Valeska and Chris. And Chloe Robinson, parents, Pam and Dirk. And closing things up for our seniors, we got Kendall Jenkins, parents, Kate and Chris. Lydia Burrs,
And welcome back to this broadcast of HCTV Sports here at Hastings Middle School for a little girls swim action between the Hastings Raiders and Farmington Lady Tigers as we enter back into the diving events. And I'll hand it back over to Julie to talk on this one.
Yeah, so tonight we have, there are always 6 rounds of divers, or 6 rounds of dives, excuse me. And tonight we have a couple young ladies from Farmington that are diving exhibition, which means they are only going to do 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 of the 6 dives. So as we go, our rounds will be a little bit shorter.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure out.
Scores coming in on that one, 4.5, 3, and 4.
So this is our 3rd diver, Mari Hall from Hastings. She is doing a reverse dive in the tuck position, and Mari is a 7th grader. She's a swimmer and a diver.
Certainly will have a lot more fun over the next 5 years being a part of this team. Scores from the judges on that one. 4.5, 4, and a 4.
Greta Larson from Hastings is our next diver, and she's doing the same dive, a reverse dive in the tuck position.
Scores on that one from the judges, 4.5, 4, and a 5.
Chloe Arness is next up on the board for Hastings. She is doing a reverse dive in the pike position.
And scores on that one, 4.5, 4.5, and 4.
And this is Jordan Schmucker from Farmington. She is also doing a reverse dive in the pike position.
That one looking real close there. 6.5, 6.5 all around.
Judges look at a number of different things when they give a score for a dive. They think about the degree of difficulty of the dive, how the diver left the board, how high they got up in the air, and how they entered the water. A number of other things in there probably too. That was Finn Samuel from Farmington.
4 all around.
A back 1 somersault in the straight position. This is Chloe Conan. From Farmington, doing a back dive in the straight position.
Three and a half all around on that one.
Mari Hall from Hastings is next. She has a reverse 1 somersault in the tuck position dive planned.
And scores for Hall on that one. 3.5, 3.5, and a 2.5.
Greta Larson from Hastings is next. She'll do a forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position. So 1.5 is 1.5 times around, and she will enter hands first.
And That she did. See how the scores turn out for her. 5-5-4. Farmington judge holding his scorecard a little strangely. It's hard to read from here.
It is hard to read.
Well, as long as the judges can read it correctly, that's the important thing.
Mari Hall. No, I
Mari just
apologize.
went.
This is
Chloe.
Chloe Arness doing a forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position. Ooh, that was a beautiful dive. A nice
6.5.
entry.
6 and 6.
Jordan Schmucker from Farmington is up next, and she will do a reverse 1.5 somersault in the tuck position.
Wow.
Sorry, from my vantage
Yeah,
point,
no.
it looked really, really close to the board,
That's
and I'm
how
sure
I
it
felt
wasn't
too.
the gasp. I apologize.
No, I felt the same. I mean, I think that's probably a common thing when you're a spectator for swimming
Right.
events, and especially with the diving part. Okay. But yeah, I think that's more frightening for all of us. than
Right.
The actual divers.
We're back to the top of the rotation, and this is Finn Samuel from Farmington doing a back dive with a half twist in the straight position.
She received a 4, 3.5, and 4 on that one. Chloe Conine.
And she will be doing an inward dive in the tuck position. So you've heard forward, reverse, back dive, inward dive. They all describe different ways the divers stand or, leave the diving board and how they enter into the water. So this is Mari doing an inward dive. So she leaves, she lines up her toes as if it's a back dive, but she actually will enter the water right in front of the board. Kind of inward. Nice showing of
Scores
an
on that
inward
one.
dive.
We got 4.5, 5, and 5.
Greta Larson will do an inward dive in the pike position.
Larson receiving 5.5, 5.5, and a 5.
Chloe Arness is next, and she will do a back dive in the pike position. Pike is kind of a little bit like a V tuck position. Their knees are tucked up and straight. The body is as straight as it can be, flying through the air. That was a nice dive.
5.5,
I think that's
6.5,
our
and
first
7
7 of the night.
It certainly is.
Jordan Schmucker from Farmington will do a forward 2 somersaults in the pike position.
Now we got 7.5,
And we
7.5,
got a few
and
more
a 7.
sevens. Nice job, Jordan. Moving on to round 4. Chloe is going to be first, and one of the exhibition divers from Farmington should do a back dive, a half twist in the straight position. I don't know as you're watching if you can see that each diver kind of moves a big wheel next to the diving board, and that controls the amount of bounce and response from the board.
A balance factor, correct?
Right. a fulcrum in physics, and each diver has kind of their spot for their dive that they like. So
3.5, 4, and 4 on those.
nice job for Chloe. Mari Hall is next from Hastings. A forward 1 somersault, half twist in the free position.
Judge scores 4, 3, and 4.5.
Oh. Greta Larson is next for Hastings. She'll do an inward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position.
Judges scores on that one, 4.5, 4.5, and 4.
Chloe Arness is next. She'll do a back 1 somersault with a half twist in the free position.
And the judges scores 2 4.5s and a 5.
So we have come to Jordan Schmucker in Farmington, a forward 1.5 somersault with a full twist in the free position. Nicely done.
Very impressive dive there.
That was very impressive.
7, our first 8, and a 7.
Nice.
Schmucker's certainly an experienced diver, but just for our own comfort, I feel like just go a little further. She definitely did on that one. Definitely wouldn't hate to see anyone hit their head on the board. So, and that time was a little further out than a couple times before. So just happy to see that, and she earned an 8. And well done, Schmucker.
So we move on to round 5, and our exhibition divers are no longer diving, so there'll be 4 divers in this round. Mari Hall starts with a forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Greta Larson is next from Hastings. She'll do a back dive in the straight position.
And the scores on that one for Larson, 4.5, 4, and a 4.
Chloe Arness is next. She will do a back 1 somersault with 1.5 twists in the free position. This is, every dive is given a degree of difficulty, and this is Chloe's most difficult dive she is doing tonight. It's a 2.3.
Scores coming in.
Nice.
4 to start. Actually, the judges are debriefing on that one.
I'm not sure, except I don't think she... I'm not sure what the rules are, why she wouldn't get a score, except that I don't believe she did the full rotation on her twist.
I would have to guess that is most likely. Nice dive there from Schmucker. An 8.5, 8, and another 8 all around. Schmucker just killing it tonight with those dives, but just still a little too close to the board for comfort for the rest of us.
And this is Mari Hall. Her last dive. This is the start of round 6. She will do a back dive in the straight position. Greta Larson is next for Hastings. She will do a reverse 1 somersault in the tuck position.
Scores 4, 3.5, and 3.5 for Larson.
Chloe Arness from Hastings is next. She will do an inward dive in the pike position.
Scores
Nice
on that
dive.
one, 6, 6, and 5.5.
And Jordan Schmucker from Farmington will be our last diver of the night. She is trying a back 1 somersault, 1.5 twists in the free position. Another difficult dive at 2.3.
And scores on that one, 6.5, 5, and 6.
That concludes diving for tonight. We will have another break.
Yes, we will. And with that, we will come back in a few minutes.
Your chance, you can stand up, take aim, and if you choose, you can even try to take it in. Get ready, 3, 2, 1, and fire.
And welcome back, everyone, to this broadcast of HCTV Sports here at Hastings Middle School for girls swimming action between the Hastings Raiders and Farmington Lady Tigers, as they're mentioned in our notes here tonight. So we're just coming back from the diving events, and it looks like we're going to get the second round of relay events started here soon.
One note that is very cool is that during diving, Jordan Schmucker from Farmington set a new pool record for her 6-dive score. I'm sorry that I can't tell you exactly what that score is, but we know it is more than 231 points because that has been the record for a diver from Stillwater since 2012. So congratulations to Jordan Schmucker. She did a great job tonight.
Breaking a 9-year record.
As we come back, we are going to start with the 100 butterfly.
So we're going to shot there of head coach Katie wearing her cool star shades there tonight. Again, some of the outfits here tonight. We got a Farmington swimmer with a tutu on.
Tutus, sunglasses.
Sunglasses, you know, just keeping everything lively. I'm just reminding, you know, all the viewers and everyone else here, and as we mentioned viewers, I want to thank everyone tuning in from Farmington this evening, whether it be through our live streams or the broadcast itself. So we'll get event number 11 started, I believe, correct?
Yep, we have a full pool for the 100 butterfly. This is the JV race in lane 1, Parker Risch from Farmington. In lane 2, Katja Erickson from Hastings. Lane 3, Emma Lichten from Farmington. In lane 4, Lydia Lurbs from Hastings. In lane 5, Caitlin Radke from Farmington, and in lane 6, Sunshine Lewis from Hastings. And in the pool they go. Butterfly is a really tough stroke. They use the dolphin kick. It is a powerful kick and helps propel the upper body out of the water when they take a breath. Butterfly is a tough stroke to get the timing correct. When you're learning it, it feels quite awkward. And then once you get it, it's still really tough, but you kind of have the rhythm down and you can start moving through the water.
So Lydia Lurbs taking the lead there right now, momentarily. It looks like Sunshine Lewis is not in lane number 6 currently. It's empty.
It is a tight race. That is for sure. As they hit the wall, 2 hands, gasping for air because it is tough. Looks like Emma and Caitlin for Farmington are going to get 1 and 2. Lydia will come in lane 4. Parker Risch in lane 1 and Katja Erickson from Hastings in lane 2. And we will move to event 12, the varsity 100 butterfly. In lane 1, we'll have Hannah Ryan from Farmington. In lane 2, Sophia Kovalenko, a 7th grader from Hastings. In lane 3, Maddie Grimm from Farmington. In lane 4, Josie Larson from Hastings. Mackenzie Roach in lane 5 for the Lady Tigers, and Kendall Jenkins in lane 6 for Hastings. One of the things that's interesting for swimming is the amount of practice that goes into what happens under the water as they dive in. Their underwaters are really important to keep your body in a streamline, to go under the water as far as you can and then come up and start swimming. There is a limit to how far underwater you can stay.
It looks like all the swimmers last time around stayed under as long as possible.
Right.
Coming
and
up
they
early,
all come up.
Kovalenko.
close together.
Josie Larson holding the lead currently,
Nice job.
making her way back for the final
They've
lap.
got to kick it home. Their legs are tired, their lungs are burning, and they're trying to hit the wall. It is going to be a close race for 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I think Josie Larson has this
I
one,
think
and
she
she certainly does. For
And
the
I
Raiders,
think
well done.
Sophia in lane 2.
Josie Larson finishing with a time of 1 minute and 2 seconds. Looks like the Farmington swimmers in lane 5 and lane 3 coming in second and third.
I really thought that Sophia had gotten in second. And her time is not coming up, so maybe there was a blip in the timing system, but good thing we have several backups and they'll figure it out.
Exactly. Still looks like they're conferring on that one. Sometimes at these events, they'll just skip over the timing and head right into the next one, so we'll see if that happens here. Getting a shot of the officials here. Looks like they're just conferring on the times. More than likely, just a...
Points-wise, these times do matter.
Yes.
This meet is close at 37 points for Hastings and 40 points for Farmington. Every point does matter, and as they finish, depending on the position in which they finish, is the points they earn.
Yes. I know I
So
mentioned.
trying to figure out who really finished second is important right now.
Right.
So we'll just let them do their work. I always feel bad for swimmers in the next event who are raring to go, and they kind of have to put on the brakes and take deep breaths and wait their turn.
Exactly.
Our student section has grown,
That it has.
and they've all brought a different kind of food to eat. It's kind of fun.
Yep, just going to the
Some
local
good
fast
smells.
food chains.
Coming to cheer on their friends. It's always awesome.
Absolutely.
Lots of teammates hanging at the end of the pool ready to cheer on their swimmers. And we are still conferring of what could come next. Officials, well, one's walking away.
Yep. So we'll see. Maybe they're just trying to get another timer, one of the backups. So now we got a score of 48 to 45. So
Ooh,
that must have means.
I believe Sophia got in second, and that made a huge difference on the score right now.
And yeah, looks like both officials back in their spot.
Clear the.
And we're just moving on to the next
Yeah,
event. It
we
looks
are
like we're
moving
fully
on.
known times, but
We have 5 swimmers in the pool for the junior varsity 100-yard freestyle, 4 lengths of freestyle. We have Morgan Richter from Farmington in lane 1. In lane 2, we have Shannon Olson from Hastings. In lane 3, Nella Bruja from Farmington. Chloe Robinson from Hastings in lane 4, and Elise Wendt from Farmington in lane 5. Well, they added a swimmer in lane 6. I'm not sure who it is.
it might be Sunshine Lewis since she didn't participate in the butterfly. That would be my guess.
Oh, there you
But it
go.
doesn't. I can't tell by the caps. Maybe we'll see when they make a lap.
It does say Lewis on the cap.
Okay.
You played detective well. However,
I'm a
I have
journalist. I have
watched
to
my
have great
own
observation skills.
child swim in a meet with a cap on that belonged to his teammate. So you
Okay.
never quite know.
Yes. But yes, in the last junior varsity event, she was not participating in lane 6 set empty, so it was just the best inference I could make.
In the middle of the pool is Bruja from Farmington. And then we have Elise Wendt from Farmington. I think she's going to get second. Sunshine Lewis, lane 6, if that's Sunshine, will be third. And Chloe Robinson. Morgan Richter and Shannon Olson.
Finished it out here, yeah.
Love the cheers. The Raider Nation cheer.
Student section just making themselves known.
We'll move on to the varsity 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Sadie Kraus from Farmington. In lane 2, Ireland Zaruba from Hastings. In lane 3, Summer Kraus from Farmington. In lane 4, Ashton Stewart from Hastings. In lane 5, Anna Spiratos from Farmington. And in lane 6, Lila Saltzman from Hastings.
Spiratos.
I'm laughing because the announcer and I were about a half a beat out, the like in-pool announcer, and I failed at my last name.
It's all right.
Down and back as fast as they can swim. They put their heads down. Ashton's head is plowing through the water in lane 4. She's got a half a body length, but you never know the closing speed of someone next to you. She flipped first, and she is known for her speed. Ireland Zaruba in lane 2 is closing in as well. That'd be a huge finish.
Salzman bringing up the rear on everyone in lane 6 for the Raiders.
Ashton certainly will get to the wall first. Who's next is...
Zaruba might get third there.
Yep, I think she did. Nicely done, ladies. If I remember correctly, the Minnesota State High School record for girls 100 free. Maybe it wasn't a 48. That'd be pretty darn fast.
Yeah. I'd say anything below 50 is extremely impressive.
Tonight, Ashton finished in a 55:03. We are going to move on to the longest event of the night, the 500 freestyle.
Just getting a close
You either love it or hate it.
Scoreboard as well. Starting out with the junior varsity, of course, and then we'll do the varsity.
There will be 5 swimmers in the pool. Lane 2 will be empty. We'll start with Bryn Aslison from Farmington. In lane 1, Taylor Gergen from Farmington in lane 3, Olivia Smiley in lane 4 for Hastings, Tegan Tashada in lane 5 for Farmington, and Mari Hall in lane 6 for the Raiders. So the 500, you either love it or you hate it. It is 20 lengths, 10 laps. It is the longest distance in the Minnesota State High School League and most high school leagues across the country. You can see at some point you'll have a chance to see that there are teammates at the end of the pool with cards, plastic cards that have numbers on them and are helping the swimmers. They show them to the swimmers as they are nearing the wall, so they're counting for them. It would be easy to forget what length you're on. And it's also a great way to cheer. Taylor Gergen from Farmington is off to a strong start.
See,
She has
she'll
lots of
maintain
open
it.
water between her and her
Everyone
closest-
else,
and
yeah.
everyone else. She's kind of on her own, which is a hard way to swim a 500. It's really nice when you're swimming a 500 in a distance event and you have a competitor right next to you. You can work together.
Right.
You can use their momentum and help draft and have a plan. But at the same time, distance swimmers are very used to swimming kind of their own race and on their own. It is a race of strategy and a race of efficiency as it gets long. That was length number 7 for Taylor Gergen in lane 3. Her splits are very consistent when I look up and glance at them. My guess is she's going to be a 36 or a 37 as she touches the wall.
37 is correct.
Coaches write down those splits. Athletes look at them and will think, what could I do in the middle of the race? What could I change to speed up, be more efficient? Distance swimmers figure out their breathing pattern. Sometimes it's every 3 strokes, sometimes it's 2 strokes on the same side, and then they switch sides. Distance swimmers are very consistent. So all the swimmers are over halfway, coming at 11 lengths. Another great use for the cards at the end is a good way for coaches to communicate to their swimmer. So ahead of time, the coach says, if your card is upside down, swim faster. If your card is swinging side to side, swim faster. Most of the time, the message would be swim faster.
Right.
I have seen coaches try to communicate, hold steady, this is a great split. But often it is pick it up a little bit. Right now, there's not a lot of water churning behind the swimmers. That is because their legs are definitely kicking, but just not as ferociously as maybe in a 50 or a 100. And then as you get towards the end of the race, you'll see it churn up. Or if they want to try to move up and make a change, you'll see the water churning a little bit more behind them.
Well, even though she's got a sustainable lead, Taylor Gergen's just
She's cooking.
really hasn't slowed down at all.
Nope. Her splits are steady, and she just continues to move through the water well. I believe Olivia Smiley is, I think Olivia is first for the Raiders, but 3rd overall.
Yes.
And Tegan in lane 5, Tegan Tashada.
One of the officials blowing that air horn there. Not sure for what reason why.
Well, the air horn is a replacement for the cowbell that they do not have. So
that's what
usually
it
over
is.
the head of the first swimmer at 19 or at 18 lengths with only a 50 left is a cowbell.
Right.
And I don't know if the cowbell couldn't be found or she just likes the air horn. But that is the favorite sound of a 500 swimmer, knowing that they have a 50 left.
Gergen just overlapping.
Yep,
Smiley once
and
again.
she's definitely kicking hard. She finished that split was 2 seconds faster than her earlier split. She finished strong with a 6:06.12. Her teammate in lane 5, Tegan Tashada, has a 6:26.92. Olivia Smiley for Hastings comes in third. Bryn Asselson in lane 1 for the Lady Tigers, and Mari Hall finishing in lane 6.
So now everyone's getting ready for the varsity freestyle for 500 yards.
We get to count again. Up in lane 1, we'll have Maddie Cardoza from Farmington. In lane 2 for Hastings is Izzy Green. In lane 3, Molly Johnson from Farmington. In lane 4, Kira Arness from Hastings. In lane 5, Mackenzie Roach from Farmington. And in lane 6, Chloe Arness in lane 6 from Hastings.
We just showed a close-up there of the times from the junior varsity.
Nice.
500-yard freestyle. At least all of those except the final. Well, no one was swimming in lane number 2. That's why I wasn't there. I had to correct myself.
Beautiful underwaters. Kira in the middle is the last one to come up and start swimming. They all hit the wall fairly close. The first 50 and the last 50 are usually the fastest of the 500.
Right.
They get off, they settle in, and they finish as strong as they can. Split time was a 30. That's a nice first 50. Kira has about a half a body length ahead. Izzy and Molly are very close. And Mackenzie's not far behind. Just for reference, the state high school girls record in the 500 is a 4:48, which is a really fast 500.
Yeah.
A very impressive record that, as I recall, was a number of years old, maybe 4, 5, 6 years old.
So fairly recent.
Swimmers are just getting faster.
Yes.
As skiers are getting faster and runners are getting faster.
I think it's just the development of sports medicine.
Absolutely.
And just, you know, just to use baseball as an example, as it's the sport I follow the most, just everything with the data-driven and all the video equipment and everyone's doing to just research, you know, the best of their abilities. And I think athletes these days certainly take better care of themselves
Absolutely.
than even me 6 years ago when I was young. So.
And then you realize that there are a few, when you look up at the record board, there are a few records that are quite old. 1994. Now that one is an Olympian, so his record could stand for a while, but
Yes.
Kira has pulled a little farther as Molly Johnson and Izzy Green continue to work really hard, and they have each other, and that's great.
Yes, this one much closer overall than
Right.
the junior varsity.
They hit the wall here at 10 lengths. That's halfway. Nice splits at 33. On that one, the split for Izzy. No, I'm going to say yes. Izzy and Molly were the same at 33.77. Kira's holding steady. Her splits are holding steady. I think there's a little more open water between her toes and Molly's fingertips. And Izzy's just a little bit farther behind Molly.
Johnson's just catching up there. Green doing everything she can, maintain a good pace, but still trying to get in that second place finish. Looks like there's still five left to go.
Lanes, yep.
Yes, at least for the leaders right now.
Kira's definitely pulled a little more, there's open water. Her younger sister Chloe's doing a great job in lane 6. 7th grader, been swimming a long time. Izzy Green is a strong distance swimmer for Hastings. In lane 2, Maddie Cardoza is strong and steady in lane 1. And in lane 5, Mackenzie is kind of on her own in her race. Doesn't have anyone right by her. We might hear our air horn. Yes, there's our air horn for Kira. I believe that she will finish first in this race, unless Molly has an incredible finish that we haven't seen speed of from Molly.
Well, we're about to find that out now. And
right.
Strong underwater
They're going
push
to be
there for
right
Johnson.
around 5:25, 5:30 by the time they finish.
Looks like Kira's going to still get that first place finish
Nice
for the Raiders.
job. That was a nice
Johnson
race.
not too far behind her, and then Izzy Green coming in a few more seconds behind them, but still getting that strong third place finish.
Nice third place. 5:31.04. Nice job, ladies. 5:35 for Molly. $5:39. Chloe has one more 50 to swim. Her teammates cheering her on as she is tired.
And you just have to give credit for Chloe Arnaz being in this race as a
Right.
7th grader. Still has some growing pains to go through, obviously, but this is just good practice for the future, if nothing
Absolutely.
else. Especially in a varsity event, so.
It might not be her favorite, but she did it, and that's awesome.
Yeah. More than I could do, for sure.
We are going to move on to a relay, the 200 freestyle relay. That is every swimmer swimming freestyle of 50 as fast as they can go. The first heat will be a JV race, event number 17, and we will have 4 lanes of swimmers, 3 for Farmington and 1 for Hastings. We appear to have a timing issue, or
Once again, yep,
yeah.
timing.
Maybe it will be quickly resolved and we'll move on. It looks like the officials are walking back to where they belong, and hopefully we'll be moving on. Here we go. In lane 1 for Farmington is Morgan Richter. Well, they only have 2 swimmers, Morgan and Marin. I know that's not true, but they just don't have the names, so.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have filled in with teammates.
So lane number 1, the last 2 swimmers, unfortunately, we won't know the names of.
In lane 2, we'll have Fiona Olsen, Katja Erickson, Shannon Olson, and Stella Hilgers for Hastings. In lane 3 for the Lady Tigers, Parker Risch, Michaela Gabrielson, Elise Wendt, and Grace Voigt. In lane 5 for the Lady Tigers, Sabrina Campbell, Stacy Grinyayev, Bryn Asselson, and Josie Rebelin. Again, it's a 50. Relay exchanges, as in any sport, in swimming are really crucial. And the deciding factor is when the fingertips of the swimmer in the water, they must touch the wall before the toes of the next swimmer leave the blocks. So the timing is crucial because your toes could be on the blocks and your whole body could be above the water if you time it perfectly, which of course, if you don't time it well, it's a disqualification. Right. But if you time it really well, your body is moving forward as the swimmer is coming into the wall. They work on exchanges, trying to swing their arms so their momentum is moving them forward. It looks like the middle of the pool in lane 3 for Farmington has a sizable lead over their teammates in lanes 5 and in lane 1. And the last of the swimmers for Farmington is in the water. That is Stella Hilgers. No, I'm sorry, Grace Vogt.
Yes.
Looking in the wrong lane. Stella Hilgers is just leaving the blocks right now. Everyone's clapping for Stella. She finishes the race. Now time for the varsity 200 freestyle relay, a full pool. Farmington swimmers in 1, 3, and 5, and Hastings swimmers in 2, 4, and 6.
Looks like mostly everyone is going to be swimming in this one for
right.
both teams.
If you just swam the 500, who cares? You get to swim another 50.
Yeah, that's probably a cakewalk compared to that.
Right. So in lane 1 for Farmington, we have Tegan Tishida. That was
Tishida.
Tishida.
Yes.
You'd think I would learn that. Emma, Caitlin, and Abigail. In lane 2 for Hastings Raiders, Lila Saltzman, Lydia Lurbs, Clara Birkin, and Izzy Green. For the Lady Tigers in lane 3, Camille Gerke, Summer Kraus, Mackenzie Roach, and Anna Spiritos. Hastings in lane 4, Ashton Stewart, Ireland Zaruba, Sophia Kovalenko, and Kira Arness. In lane 5, Faith Ring, Grace Cullen, Taylor Gergen, and Katie Lynch. And in lane 6 for Hastings, Emma Carter, Sunshine Lewis, Chloe Robinson, and Olivia Smiley. And it's a race in the middle of the pool, as we suspected.
Yep. Ireland Zaruba just trying to catch it for that lead, give it to the Raiders here before the
She is moving fast.
Oh, she is not wasting any time. Looks like these divers are both going to get in at the same time, about just barely.
Sophia Kovalenko and Mackenzie Roach in the pool. Nice job, ladies. Again, Sophia's catching up. We'll see as Kira goes back in the water and Anna Spiritos.
Yep, those middle lanes are going to come down to the final seconds.
And
It
there
looks
is
like
a lot of churning behind. They are kicking as hard as they can. We'll see who's flips first. Farmington flips, and Kira is not far behind. Come on, girl. Nice race, ladies.
either way, very impressive finish
Very,
from both
very
of these girls.
impressive.
Fans getting up the stands, and it looks might have just gone to Farmington.
It did. Farmington touches out. I always find it interesting when, for instance, Kira's split time was faster, but she didn't leave the blocks first and couldn't catch up. You ran out of real estate.
Right. So
Nice job for
0.4
all the
forward
swimmers.
difference for lanes 1 and 2.
Farmington in lane 5 finishes third. Hastings fourth in lane 2. Farmington in lane 5, or I'm sorry, lane 1 was 5th, and Hastings 6th in lane 6. We move on to the backstroke, 100-yard backstroke. JV, 5 swimmers in this event. In lane 2, Greta Larson from Hastings. In lane 3, Nella Bruja from Farmington. Lane 4, Stella Hilgers from Hastings. In lane 5, Maddie Carlson from Farmington. And in lane 6, Fiona Olsen from Hastings.
Off they go.
We talked about the importance of underwaters earlier. Backstroke is a stroke where underwaters are huge. And you can see about 3/4 of the way down the pool, there's a short metal pole. That is the point at which swimmers must come up. They cannot swim underwater faster than that point, or they would be disqualified. And the reason they do that is because there were backstroke events where there were very few strokes above water, and the swimmers swam most efficiently underwater.
Nella Bruja just with an extensive lead now.
Right, a lot of open water. Close between the 2 Hastings swimmers, Stella and Fiona. No, yeah, wait. Am I
Stella and
missing
Greta.
one?
Fiona's further back, it looks like still, or maybe she's coming out of the water, it looks like it, maybe.
Oh, yes.
Nope, she's right there.
We have swimmers in our way, so standing, so we couldn't see. Greta and Stella and Fiona. There, Fiona's finishing up in lane 6. And if you can see the scoreboard, this is a tight meet.
Just like the last one we called last week against East Ridge, this might come down to the final event.
So we'll move on to the varsity 100-yard backstroke. Hannah Fernandez from Farmington in lane 1, Josie Larson from Hastings in lane 2, Camille Gerke from Farmington in lane 3, Ashton Stewart from Hastings in lane 4, Sadie Kraus from Farmington in lane 5, and Lauren Jenkins, Hastings in lane 6. Coaches have to decide every meet who should be in what event and what are their best chances, what combination of swimmers to pull off points. Dolphin kicks underwater. They come up, start flutter kicking, and their arms are like windmills.
Ashton Stewart trying to keep that lead for Hastings.
Backstrokers, the flags across the pool are crucial for backstrokers. They learn how to count their strokes from the flag to the wall, and the timing of flipping over, you have one arm can go forward as you flip over. And the timing of that is really crucial. Camille in lane 3 is a beautiful backstroker, and Ashton is doing her best to catch her. They're going to come to the wall very close. It comes down to the last 50 in this race, and a very tight race for 2, 3, and 4.
And for once, it might be the advantage of coming out of the water first for Ashton over Camille. And they're going to be right there.
Oh my gosh. That is a tight race.
I think it went to Ashton Stewart there for the Raiders.
It did not.
Oh, that looked close.
It was very close.
Very close.
Lauren comes in third, but, well,
Yeah.
we're now having a timing issue.
Once
I
again.
think Camille out-touched Ashton at the wall, but it was a great race.
It was extremely close. And
A nice swim by Josie in lane 2, and Hannah and Camille and Sadie. Coaches are wondering about that final
yeah.
question as they're looking at points.
And it looks like officials are going to meet at the bench once again.
That is a theme tonight.
Yep, very constant. I'm getting a shot there for you as they are at the desk right now. I'm talking to the scorekeepers and whatnot.
Backstrokers put there's a ridge. Pools are built with different things, but all of them do have some sort of ridge where they get to put their feet on as they start. It's a unique start, and it takes a lot of upper body strength. Way to go, ladies. That was a great race. Well, I believe Camille out-touched Ashton, and that is why the Farmington is ahead by 1 point.
Yeah.
We go into the 100-yard breaststroke JV heat. In lane 1, we have Josie Rubilin from Farmington. In lane 3 from Farmington, Stacy Griniev. In lane 4 for Hastings is Emma Carter. Sabrina Campbell from Farmington is lane 5, and Claire Meyer from Hastings in lane 6. Breaststroke, man, butterfly's grueling. Breaststroke technically is the hardest stroke to figure out and get right. And when it's right, it's beautiful. And they move very well through the water, but it is hard to figure out.
Absolutely.
And when you look across a pool, there's a lot of different techniques. Some swimmers stay really close to the water, some move their heads, and some pop way out of the water and plunge their hands forward. The 2 Farmington girls, I think lane 5, Sabrina hit the wall first, but followed really closely by her teammate, Griniev and Emma Carter from Hastings. Looks like Emma's pulling ahead a little bit, and Claire Meyer in lane 6. Gosh, this is a really close race.
Yep, it's going to come down to these final 25 yards for everyone.
It's a frog kick. You whip your feet around and your ankle bones basically hit together as your feet come. And
Emma Carter looks like she's pulling ahead.
She is. I don't know that she's going to get there, but she might.
And again, we don't have the best angle here, so. Ooh. It looks like she got it. Emma Carter first there.
Nice job. Fingertips to the wall. And now we'll move on to event 22, the girls, obviously, 100-yard breaststroke for varsity.
Yeah, you're just reading off the paper, so it's
Right, we've been girls all night.
Yep.
A full pool again. Grace Cullen from Farmington in lane 1. Sophia Kovalenko, lane 2 for Hastings. Maddie Grimm, Farmington in lane 3. Ava McNamara, lane 4 from Hastings. Faith Ring from Farmington in lane 5. And Clara Birkin, Hastings in lane 6. With 2 events left, this one and a relay, every place matters.
Go. So yeah, I don't know if the swimmers are paying attention to the score much, but
I
obviously
don't know.
Either way, they're all going to give it their all.
Absolutely. The other interesting thing about breaststroke is you cannot panic. As soon as you panic, your technique falls apart. You need to just relax, as hard as it is, relax, and move into the stroke. And there's a glide portion of breaststroke that makes it even more challenging because you must be relaxed. Again, breaststroke is a 2-hand touch. There's not a flip turn. Ava and Maddie are really close in the middle of the pool. Clearly, they know the technique of breaststroke. Touch the wall, very, very close. And again, we're going to be coming down to the wire here.
Yep. Those milliseconds are going to count for both David McNamara and Maddie Grimm as they're approaching. No one's keeping themselves still for this one.
Nice race, ladies.
That one
36
just
on the nose was her split. That's crazy.
Yes.
Finishing time of 108.66, 108.97. That's pretty darn close. And a great swim by the other ladies in the pool as well.
Great run all around.
Farmington coming in 3rd, Hastings 4th. Fifth, and Farmington was in 6th up in lane 1. That has a timing issue.
Constant theme not ending tonight. Hopefully that won't happen with the final event, but we shall see, given, like I said, constant of the evening.
The officials are conferring timing issue, and they are headed back to their spot. So I guess we get to move on with the.
And we'll just give a wave right here as we are being put on the spotlight once again, usual with our HCTV broadcast. Good shot of Julie Hunter and I here.
We get to move on to the 400-yard freestyle relay. We'll start with junior varsity as we have all night. Farmington has 3 teams and Hastings has 1.
So yeah, Farmington now in the lead by 7 points, 89-82. So yeah, that last event's going to be crucial for the Raiders.
Every swimmer swims 4 lengths, 100 yards in this race. And 100 is a sprint, so they are moving as fast as they can. Looks like Farmington in lane 3 and 5 is in the lead. In lane 1, we're missing the names of 2 swimmers again. We have Morgan Richter and Bryn Asselson, and I'm not sure who the other 2 are. In Hastings, or for Hastings in lane 2 is Katja Erickson, Shannon Olson, Greta Larson and Fiona Olsen. In lane 3 for Farmington, Caitlin Radke, Parker Risch, Nella Bruja, and Grace Vogt. And in lane 5 for the Lady Tigers, Hannah Fernandez, Michaela Gabrielson, Maddie Carlson, and Maren Blom. Looks like we've had an exchange, and the second swimmer is in the water, or shortly will be.
Some shout outs on our YouTube live stream. And Nishu Schmuckner, sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong. Cheering on Jordan, sure there's some relation. And we're getting some excellent commentary from Sally Smith. You're welcome, from the Hastings Community Television crew here tonight.
Getting ready for the second exchange, so that the third swimmer goes in the water for Farmington. Lane 3, the team of Radke, Risch, Bruja, and Vogt have a strong
run going for them. The final swimmer jumping in for the Raiders just now.
I think that's the third swimmer.
Or third.
Right. There's one more. And it appears as if there were not 4 swimmers in lane 1.
Just the 2.
Just the.
Is that common, you know, just with these junior varsity events to have?
I hadn't seen it, but I'm so glad they can do that. You know, you don't have a whole team, so well, let's put 2 in and give them a chance to swim and do an exchange. So the last swimmer, Grace Vogt, is in the water for Farmington in lane 3, and the last swimmer for Farmington in lane 5, Maren Blum, is in the water. And Greta Larson, I think, is the swimmer for Hastings right now.
Yes.
She has 1 more length before Fiona, the last swimmer for Hastings, will dive in. Like many athletes, swimmers say that relays are really fun. They get to work together as a team. It was fun this summer. If you watched any Olympic swimming, they added a new event, which was the mixed relay, meaning both men and women were able to swim in that, and you had to have 2 men and 2 women, and it was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
The U.S. coaches got criticized severely because they did not win that event, and the crowd thought the U.S. coaches did not choose the 4 swimmers and the 4 strokes well. I'm glad I did not have to make that decision. It was fun to watch regardless.
Yeah, it was a first-time event though, so
they'll learn.
Lesson learned, yeah.
I would never want to swim against Caleb Dressel in any race.
No.
Or actually, maybe I would if, like, I got a super head start or he was pulling a car, you know, just for the sheer
Add some
fun.
weight. More likely an anchor, just to make it appropriate for the pool.
Right. Just for the sheer joy of saying I got to race.
Exactly.
Fiona finishing up her leg for the Raiders.
final event of
The
the evening.
final event, the varsity 400 freestyle relay. I'm guessing it's going to be a good race that comes down to some fingertips.
Yes.
If anything that we've learned tonight, of these two teams are matched well.
They're off.
They are off in lane 1. Emma Lichten, Abigail Olson, Elise Wendt, and Maddie Cardoza for Farmington. In lane 2 for Hastings, Lauren Jenkins, Izzy Green, Lila Saltzman, and Josie Larson. In lane 3 for the Lady Tigers, Summer Kraus, Anna Spirotos, Faith Ring, and Molly Johnson. In lane 4 for Hastings, Ashton Stewart, Ava McNamara, Kendall Jenkins, and Kira Arness. In lane 5 for the Lady Tigers, Katie Lynch, Hannah Ryan, Sadie Kraus, and Maddie Grime. And in lane 6 for Hastings, Crowley Arness, Stella Hilgers, Claire Meyer, and Mari Hall. What did we say? It was going to be a good race, and Ashton is just pulling ahead a little bit and giving her teammate a little bit of a lead.
Ava McNamara entering the pool now.
Ava and Anna. Ava McNamara and Anna Spirotos. I think I've said her name different every time I've said it tonight.
I would agree.
Anna, you're awesome.
We can't get them all perfect.
Oh. Great race, as we said. And it's a heck of a race for 3 and 4 as well. Farmington swimmer is, let me figure this out, Hannah Ryan and Izzy Green for Hastings in lane 5 and in lane 2. Ava has remained ahead just a little bit as Kendall Jenkins
Now enters the pool.
gets in. And the underwaters on Faith Ring are great. Kendall's long arms.
Lila Salzman now in lane 2, trying to get ahead
Nice.
for the Raiders, get that 3rd place.
That would be a crucial 3rd place in this race. Claire Meyer for Hastings enters the water in lane 6. Lila is swimming really, really well. She's moved up. Kendall has kept the same little lead. And into the water will go Kira Arness and Molly Johnson.
Kira just getting a 2nd set start in the water, but they're dead even now as they come up.
Wow. That was a great start for Molly.
Swimming back at the same time.
And in the pool for Hastings in lane 2 is Josie Larson. Kira pulled back ahead a little bit.
No one's going to be here each other. It'll be cheering.
What a fun swim. Kira's butt will go up first as they flip over. That's how you tell. Nice race, ladies.
Kira Arness is looking like
She's gonna hold
get
it.
She's going to hold it and get it. Yep.
Nice swim, Josie. She's giving it her all. Nice job.
Larson and Hall bringing out a 4th and 5th place finish for the Raiders. Will it be enough
Nice
though in that final
job.
score? We're about to find out.
What a great swim meet.
Overall, yes, no matter what, both teams can walk away with some strong finishes here tonight. New pool record in the diving, 6 dive that is.
Murray Hall finishing up her last 50. She's got one more 25. She'll kick for home. Nice job, Mari, all the way in. I think both teams obviously should be very proud of how they have swam tonight and competed with each other, cheering on their teammates and good sportsman-like conduct towards each other.
And we've seen that all around.
But they
tonight,
both
yeah.
would love to win.
Yeah, especially when it comes down to the final race, absolutely.
They all swam really, really well.
And we're getting a shot here of the officials once again.
Conferring. They've done a great job of that tonight.
Yes.
Thank you, officials. I apologize, we do not know your names, but we are grateful that you are here and for
Especially
your
with,
work tonight, especially with timing issues.
Timing issues, and just to mention that the
Wow,
Farmington
Farmington wins by 5.
Still a great meet
What a
all
great
around
meet.
tonight. So yeah, the Raiders girls swim team will get their next meet on the road at South St. Paul High School, and as head coach Katie mentioned to me, the team will be drawing events out of hats and swim the events they pick.
Which is always a fun way to do a meet.
Yes.
A little different. As is tradition, they will cheer for each other, which is awesome. And we say thanks again for tuning in.
Yes. And with that, we bring up our credits. So our producer and director tonight, Hunter Pinky, on announcement, Theodore Tollefson and Julia Urban. Camera operators, Wesley Pop and Mackenzie Hamlin. Thanks for tuning in for this broadcast of HCTV Sports, and we'll be back on Friday night for the homecoming football game against the St. Paul Packers. See you then. Bye.